I am Zach Schultz. I'm going to be coaching my client here through 3 exercises. It's going to be bench press, shoulder press, and bent over row. And the 2 tests I'm going to be performing are going to be a pectoralis major manual muscle test, and then the YMCA bench press test.
Awesome. Yeah, my name's Ethan, and I'll be the client. So.
Awesome. So to start off, I'll have you lay on this bench here, and I'm just going to perform that manual muscle test on your pectoralis major. So yeah, you can do it sitting up or laying down. So in this case, I'm going to resist. I'm going to put my right hand on his shoulder here, my left hand on his wrist. He's just going to push against me, and I'm going to resist him. And he's got full strength there, so he would receive a score of 3 on that manual muscle test. So that is a good indication. And I'll do it on the other shoulder here. So same thing. Just going to resist him. Yep. He's got full strength, and there's no pain with that, correct?
Nope. No.
Awesome. So then he would receive a score of 3 on that manual muscle test. And next thing we're going to jump into here is going to be the YMCA bench press test. So for men, the standard weight is going to be 80 pounds, and essentially you're just going to perform as many reps as you can before you fatigue. And so I'll kind of just do a demonstration here of the barbell bench press. Just like this, and then spotter is going to stand behind, unrack the weight, go down the chest here, like this, and try to focus on keeping your core engaged. You go slow on the way down. Make sure that eccentric motion is slow and controlled, just like that. Go back up, rack the weight. And then I am going to be looking, when he's performing that test, I'm just going to be looking for anatomical cues and see if I notice anything that should be adjusted or changed. But yeah, essentially that's going to be the YMCA bench press test. If you want to go ahead and jump into that, and I'll spot you here. So you got that grip there. Perfect.
So I just unrack and go ahead.
Yep, whenever you're ready. And I'll be spotting you here as well. Awesome, keep that back flat, core engaged. 4, 5, 6. Looking good. And then another cue is just keeping your feet flat on the ground. You're doing a great job so far. Everything's looking good here. Rack it. What, you know what that was? Is that 18?
I think so.
Okay, so he got about 18 reps there on the YMCA bench press test. So that's going to be a good indication. From that, it's a good baseline number. We can calculate his 1 rep max from there. And then, so next exercise we're going to be doing is shoulder press. So if you want to go ahead and stand up, we'll get this out. What weight do you want to have on it?
Anything.
Okay.
I can do this.
So take the 5 off. What do you got on?
27 is the number you can see on top. And then for barbell shoulder press, we're just going to pull the bench out here, and then I will stand behind Ethan to spot him. So you're good to go whenever you're ready. And then for the spotting technique, you're basically just going to keep your arms underneath here. You're good to go whenever you're ready. Just like that. Looking good. You're going to have your grip, wrists about a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You're focused on just keeping your core engaged. Try to keep your back from rounding as best as possible. Yes, that looks really good. Awesome. And then I will also demonstrate it just so you kind of see. just try to keep your back from rounding as best as possible. Similar motion to the bench press. You're just pressing overhead. Awesome. Okay, so that was our second exercise there. The final exercise we're going to do, we're going to take the bench here, and it's just going to be bent over row is what it's called. So I'll grab a dumbbell here, let's say 20 pounds. And all you're going to do for this guy is you'll rest one knee in your hand here, and you're going to keep your back flat in a neutral position, and you're just going to flex that elbow. It's just like a row, kind of like a cable row, but you're bent over here with a dumbbell, just like that. And one of the important things to focus on is not kind of like leaning to one side to gain leverage when you're, especially when you start to get fatigued. So just focus on keeping your back flat in a neutral position, and just like that. All right, there's that for you. And this exercise, I mean, it's kind of difficult to spot, but the best way, you just stand to the side here, and obviously if they need to, they can just drop the weight on the side there. But yeah, again, just focus on keeping that back flat in a neutral position, and then also focus on trying not to keep that elbow from just flaring out too far to the side. I mean, so far that looks good, but that's a pretty common error, is having that elbow flare out. Yeah, looks good. Switch to the other side. And obviously you can adjust weight, so if it's feeling too difficult or too easy, you can lower or increase the weight of that dumbbell there. Overall, that looks really good. Yep. Awesome. That looked great. I didn't notice any issues there with the bent over row. That looks solid. The form was awesome. I think overall you did a great job with the 3 exercises. I didn't really notice any big anatomical errors or restrictions there. I know you said you had a shoulder impingement on one side, so maybe just if that is kind of restricting you, we can adjust the exercises to that. Obviously, we want to keep you pain-free with no restrictions, so we can avoid that if it does cause any issues. But overall, I think everything looked really good there. We ran you through the YMCA bench press test, manual muscle test, and then from there, like I said, the 18 reps, we can take that and calculate your 1 rep max based off of the 80-pound standard there for the YMCA bench test. But thank you for allowing me to coach you through.